then I'm your girl.
Drazen's the wrong direction for Oregon. Paid for by Friends of Tina Kotek 4792.
The Glass Forge, practicing our passion for over 20 years in Grants Pass. Let our artisans show you how it's done. Our glass-blowing masters create a wide variety of art for any taste. Choose from our diverse selection, order a custom piece, or come visit our shop and learn to create your own blown glass. And watch your own custom piece take shape. Come visit the Glass Forge, Southwest G Street in Grants Pass.
The details are gruesome. The judge called it sadistic. A violent teen sexually assaulted and brutally slayed an Oregon woman. He'll only serve 7 years thanks to soft-on-crime legislation. Victims warned it was dangerous, but still Golden voted yes. Violent juveniles are getting reduced sentences for committing dangerous crimes. And Kate Brown's made it retroactive, releasing violent felons from prison. This November, protect victims. Keep Southern Oregon safe. Reject Jeff Golden. Paid for by Sparacino for Oregon, PAC ID 20676.
Watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 5.
Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you for staying with us for Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Haley Gravitt.
And I'm Jerry Howard. Right now, many Southern Oregonians and Northern Californians are dealing with a winter storm that's expected to get worse in the coming hours.
For the very latest on this storm, we're bringing you team coverage tonight. In just a moment, we'll hear from Stormwatch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman. But first, we want to turn over to Newswatch 12's Brett Taylor, who is live from Mount Shasta City. It looks like it's starting to become a winter wonderland out there, Brett. Please tell me you don't look as cold as you actually are.
Yeah, Haley, I don't think you could have described it any better. The snow is starting to come down heavy right now, although it's slowly but surely. Conditions have been degrading a little bit on the roadways, but here in the city of Mount Shasta, it is looking absolutely beautiful. In fact, if I just come down to the ground right now, I can show you, not even an hour ago, couldn't build a snowball. Now I can do just that. And that's got locals very excited right now. This is something that this area has not seen in the month of November, especially so early on in many years. And a lot of locals that I spoke to just said they were extremely excited to see this. Now, one of those locals that I spoke with today was Lacey Newby, who has been living in this community for the last decade plus. She told me that although these, winter storms can bring a lot of unknowns and can be scary at times, she says she's just excited to see this area turn back to what it used to be several years ago, which is, of course, a beautiful winter wonderland.
Definitely a small level of worry, just you don't know exactly what to expect, but the excitement, I'd have to say, kind of like a little kid sometimes, just so beautiful to see it starting to fall, especially when the flakes are big and just floating in the air and sticking to the tops of the tree branches. Just, yeah, I love it.
And although Newby is prepared for this winter storm, she knows that other people in the community aren't as lucky right now, including some seniors that are stuck in their homes right now as this snowstorm continues to pick up. Still to come on Newswatch 12 at 6. I'll be going over how she and others in the community are making sure that those seniors who are stuck at home are not going hungry during this winter storm. But for now, reporting live in Mount Shasta City, I'm Brett Taylor, Newswatch 12.
It's a winter wonderland there, but let's turn to Stormwatch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman to give us a look at what conditions are looking like in the rest of the region.
Conditions only going to go downhill in the Mount Shasta area as that snow continues to pick up. Take a look at the satellite and radar imagery. We do have some scattered activity, some light rain working back into the Rogue Valley. It's been pretty soggy for much of the afternoon towards the coast as well, but let's zoom into the Mount Shasta area. You can see some light to moderate snow falling right over Mount Shasta. We'll zoom in to Black Butte, Summit along I-5. Roads starting to get a bit snowy along I-5, and conditions only going to get worse as we head deeper into this evening and tonight. We did have some snow work through the Dunsmuir area. Looks like just some wet roads along I-5 there, and then very snowy conditions on 89 towards Snowman Summit. So taking a look at tonight, a winter storm warning in place above 3,000 feet in Siskiyou County. We expect some significant snowfall in the Mount Shasta area. Even the city of Mount Shasta could see over a foot of snow. And we do expect that snow to really reduce visibility, make for dangerous road conditions, and then also expecting this wet weather to continue as we head into your election day. Mainly just going to see rain, though, here in the Rogue Valley. We'll talk about when all this wet weather will move out coming up in a bit.
Matt, thank you. And with snowy conditions along the Siskiyou Summit, it's no surprise travelers want to get off the freeway.
Yeah, bed and hot coffee sounds like the perfect stop, and Callahan Siskiyou Lodge agrees. Newswatch 12's Cameron Baber talked to an employee there about the influx of guests this time of year.
Last night, it was a full house for the Callahan Lodge off exit 6, where drivers who didn't want to get stuck on the snow made an overnight stop here. Although for the lodge, this isn't a surprise because they see this every year.
This morning, road and weather conditions were pretty severe along the Siskiyou Summit. Snow, slush, and wet roads. But for front desk manager Karen Newman, she's used to this influx of guests. Being conveniently located off the freeway, she says every year people file in off the snowy roads or extend their stay if roads are looking pretty hazardous.
We ended up, at a full house. We had about 9 rooms that weren't reserved last night when I left at 3 o'clock. And when I got an email from the night person at 11 o'clock, he's like, oh yeah, full house, people pulling off the freeway. And that does happen a lot. When it starts snowing, people are like, oh, thank God we can get off the freeway.
Newman says the lodge's best feature this time of year is being located right across the street from where the Oregon Department of Transportation stages its snow plows. They're the first people who have clear roads and continue to have clear roads when it snows, as those snow plows are on a constant rotation. Reporting in Ashland, Cameron Baber, Newswatch 12.
In a follow-up tonight, a road construction worker from Gold Hill is the victim of an auto pedestrian crash in Medford. OSP says the hit-and-run crash involved 45-year-old Douglas Noyes, who got sideswiped by a semi-truck. It says the truck continued driving southbound from Interstate 5, milepost 29 in Medford. Police say the crash around 10 p.m. last night sent Noyes to a hospital with injuries.
And Jackson County Police and Oregon State Police are still looking for a suspect who got shot in the leg on Friday. Police described the shooting as a hunting accident. The man was shot and the suspect sped off in his car. It happened off of Dead Indian Memorial Road between Ashland and Lake of the Woods. Police launched a search. Newswatch 12 spoke to police today, and they've told us that they've made no headway in finding the shooter.
And in Josephine County, we're learning new information tonight about 2 black market marijuana busts in the county. They were at 2 separate locations in Cave Junction. In total, police found almost 3,000 pounds of marijuana, 8 pounds of THC extract, and evidence of marijuana exportation out of Oregon. Police also found 8 guns between the 2 grows last week. Suspect James Rossi was jailed and charged. In Your Voice, Your Vote coverage, Election Day is tomorrow, and voters still have one more day to get their ballots in.
Yeah, one measure on the ballot this year is Measure 111, the Right to Health Care Amendment. Newswatch 12's McKenna Marks joins us live in studio to talk about what Measure 111 is all about. McKenna, at 4 we heard about someone supporting this measure, but what about those who are opposed to it?
Well, Haley, Measure 111 is about amending the state constitution to expand access to affordable health care right here in Oregon. Those opposed to the measure say it's too risky and could interfere with state funding, but those in favor argue that health care is a human right. The amendment was introduced to the House of Representatives back in 2021. It was approved mostly along party lines, but did not receive a vote in the Senate due to a legislative walkout. Now it's up to Oregon voters to decide. A yes vote would add a section to the Oregon Constitution establishing a right to, quote, cost-effective, clinically appropriate, and affordable health care, end quote. Representative Kim Wallen is on the opposing side and says it's simply too dangerous. On the Secretary of State's website, Representative Wallen furnished one of the opposition statements. It says, in part, Measure 111 would require the state to force others to provide health care. The state would have to send doctors and nurses to remote areas to give everyone their right to health care. The argument also says, quote, no definition of a right has ever obligated another person to do something so you can have your right. This measure would change all of that, end quote. And coming up on Newswatch 12 at 6, we'll take a closer look at both sides of the measure and what could change if it passes. But for now, reporting live in studio, McKenna Marks, Newswatch 12.
Thank you, McKenna. Well, polls show Republican Christine Drazen is neck and neck with Democratic candidate Tina Kotek in the race for the Oregon governor's office. Drazen held a rally at Eugene Airport today. She has appealed mostly to Oregon's rural population and has made crime and homelessness central tenets of her campaign. Drazen has stated she's pro-life and has a 92% rating by the National Rifle Association. Drazen urged voters to choose her and bring change to Oregon.
That the thing that we are all most afraid of right now, that I am determined to stop, is another 4 years of Kate Brown. We can't do it. This is not Republican versus Democrat. This isn't a partisan platform. This is, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago?
Drazen added that a Tina Kotek governorship would be an extension of Governor Kate Brown's time in office.
And people are heading out to turn in their ballots for tomorrow's elections. Counties are counting each and every ballot, sorting them to get ready for tomorrow's midterm elections. We spoke to Jackson County Clerk Chris Walker. She says at the pace of ballots coming in, it's a healthy turnout so far.
We're moving ever so closely to 50% turnout, a very healthy turnout for a midterm primary to this point.
And historically, first-term presidents lose congressional seats. Though most polls have Republicans favored to win back the U.S. House, control of the U.S. Senate remains too close to call. Both parties are hoping their heavy hitters will get voters to the polls in these midterm elections. That's when they lose the seats. President Joe Biden is in Maryland tonight rallying for Democratic candidates, and in Ohio, former President Donald Trump is stumping for Republican candidate J.D. Vance, who's in a close race with Democrat Representative Tim Ryan.
Prices are too high, the energy crisis was self-inflicted, and we've got to get back to law and order and common sense.
Polls show 4 other key Senate races are still a toss-up. They're in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Georgia, and Arizona. Top of mind for voters are the economy, inflation, and crime. Issues a new ABC News Washington Post poll finds most Americans trust Republicans to handle.
And gas prices have soared this year, but they're mostly holding steady right now. Let's check in on how much it'll cost you to pump up in our region tonight. Over in Jackson County is one of the counties in the $4 range tonight, the average at $4.91. Josephine County is at $5.09, but the highest cost in Oregon, still Curry County, looking at $5.39 on average. Klamath County residents can expect on average $4.94 a gallon, Lake County at $4.91, and as usual, Siskiyou County still the highest in our region at $5.54 a gallon. So to come, Elon Musk is putting Twitter through a major shakeup after spending $44 billion to take over. Half the workforce has been fired, and that's just the beginning. Now we're taking a live look near Chiloquin. This view is brought to you by the Kamoya Casino, all a part of our Newswatch 12 Weather Cam network. Watching out for you, this is Newswatch 12 at 5.
This is Newswatch 12's Friday Night Blitz with Madison Marie and Peyton Manny. Fridays at 11:15 p.m. only on Newswatch 12. Presented by Abby's Legendary Pizza.
I'm Ron Wyden. I've always rejected political extremism in search of common ground. That's why I approve this message.
This election, you'll see this name on the ballot, Jo Rae Perkins. She's supported QAnon, who the FBI has called a domestic terror threat.
I stand with Q and the team. Thank you, Anaz.
She was there when rioters stormed the Capitol and opposes abortion with absolutely no exceptions. Reject extremism. Reject Jo Rae Perkins.
Get ready for winter's snowy, icy, slippery roads at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up on over 100 quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs, and every pre-owned 4x4 and all-wheel drive in stock is sale priced. Many are still under factory warranty or come with our 60-day, 3,000-mile comprehensive used vehicle warranty. And our finance experts are ready to help with a quick, easy, and hassle-free process with great finance options. Be safe, warm, and secure this winter. Get to the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Out-of-control crime and a homeless crisis coming closer to home. We need a leader with the experience to keep our communities and our children's futures safe. Randy Sparacino has spent his career protecting and serving us. Randy Sparacino served as police chief and in the Oregon Army National Guard and Army Reserve. He will always protect our communities. Enough is enough. We need a leader who will put our safety first. Randy Sparacino for Oregon State Senate. Paid for by Sparacino for Oregon, number 20676.
College football game night, Saturdays on News Watch 12 with Madison Marie and Peyton Manny. Catch all the action, Saturdays at 8 p.m. only on News Watch 12. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon. Watching out for you. This is News Watch 12 at 5.
Now to the latest on the chaos at Twitter. New owner Elon Musk has cut nearly half the workforce just 1 week after taking over the social media giant.
Yes, and as Rena Roy reports, more changes are already on the way as Musk tries to generate more revenue.
Nearly half of Twitter's workforce now gone after new owner Elon Musk gave out the pink slip to thousands Friday. Some reportedly being invited back to work by Musk, deemed too essential to be let go, even though they were already laid off. And now Musk announcing even more changes, saying the company will start permanently suspending any accounts that engage in impersonation without clarifying parody. Comedian Kathy Griffin had her account suspended Sunday after switching her Twitter name to Elon Musk and changing her picture to his. Those suspensions, Musk says, will come without warning now that widespread verification is rolling out. The company will begin charging $8 a month for premium features, including keeping that blue check mark to show your account is verified.
People have gotten this for free on Twitter. They're not going to pay for it. That's going to be Musk's problem in turning around what's really been a troubled asset for the last decade.
This all happening as Musk tries to bring in more revenue for the company. The billionaire revealing Twitter is losing $4 million a day. Ad revenue also down as some major companies temporarily pause advertising on the site, many waiting to see how things shake out under this new leadership.
The easy part was buying Twitter, given he's the richest person in the world. The Herculean hard part is going to be fixing it.
And a number of tech giants are announcing layoffs, including Facebook's parent company Meta, which is reportedly planning to notify its employees of widespread cuts this week. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
It's going to be a wet and chilly election day. We'll talk rain and, of course, snow amounts for our higher elevations coming up next. First, though, let's take a live look right now at Mount Shasta, where the snow continues to come down at the Mount Shasta Resort. Watching out for you. This is News Watch 12 at 5.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest speeds in the nation for smoother surfing, streaming, gaming, and more. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with reliable nationwide 5G coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things, it's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
The details are gruesome. The judge called it sadistic. A violent teen sexually assaulted and brutally slayed an Oregon woman. He'll only serve 7 years thanks to soft-on-crime legislation. Victims warned it was dangerous, but still Golden voted yes. Violent juveniles are getting reduced sentences for committing dangerous crimes. And Kate Brown's made it retroactive, releasing violent felons from prison. This November, protect victims. Keep Southern Oregon safe. Reject Jeff Golden. Paid for by Sparacino for Oregon, PAC ID 20676.
As I've traveled to every corner of this state, Oregonians have shared with me their hopes and dreams, their fears, and their frustrations. And so many have told me, this is it. We can't do this anymore. So I have one question. Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? If the answer is no, then join me. Choose change. Together we can turn Oregon around. I'm Christine Drazen, and I'm asking for your vote.
Paid for by Friends of Christine Drazen, PAC ID 19050.
A made-for-TV candidate stoking fear,
Backed by election deniers and violent extremists, Christine Drazan is using Trump's playbook. Drazan already killed bills to address homelessness and protect our environment. As governor, she'd ban abortions, gut protections for LGBTQ Oregonians, and worker protections too. So if you want Oregon to go hard right,
Then I'm your girl.
Drazan's the wrong direction for Oregon. Paid for by Friends of Tina Kotek, 4792.
Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Taking a look at the satellite and radar in Siskiyou County, the snow starting to get a little bit weaker in the Mount Shasta area, but we do expect more snow to surge in as we head into tonight. Some of it will be heavy at times, and that's going to create some very difficult travel along I-5, especially through the Mount Shasta area, including Black Butte. Here's a look at the latest view. You can see things getting pretty snowy on I-5 right now, but as things have wind down, we've just got an update and notice the roads improving just a bit. So some good news there. But it's not going to last long. We will likely see more snow tonight into tomorrow and travel becoming quite dicey. A winter storm warning in place in Siskiyou County above 3,000 feet. We've had some light shower activity working through the Medford area. Some more showers over towards the coast, and we expect more of this scattered activity into tonight, and then eventually precipitation becoming pretty widespread for Siskiyou County up into Jackson County and over on the east side into tomorrow. We'll show you a stormcast in just a bit, but right now 45 in Medford, it's 35 degrees in Klamath Falls. We're at 33 in Mount Shasta and a cold 23 degrees currently in Lakeview. Tonight we will see those winds remaining pretty blustery up in our higher elevations, just a 5-mile-per-hour breeze in Medford out of the north. Tonight, we'll drop down around 34 degrees or so in Medford, down to 28 in Wairika, 26 in Klamath Falls. Winds gusty up in the higher terrain. Out the door tomorrow in the Rogue Valley, if you have to drop off that ballot still, do expect some shower activity, cool and damp conditions. Highs will be stuck only in the 40s tomorrow, up to 47 in Medford, 44 in Wairika. There could be a little bit of snow tonight into tomorrow morning, but we'll see a changeover to rain in the Shasta Valley. Still snow heavy at times in Mount Shasta through the day tomorrow, and snowy for the east side as well. Here's a look at that winter storm warning above 3,000 feet in Siskiyou County. In southeast Siskiyou County towards the Mount Shasta area, that's where we could see upwards of over a foot of snow. So travel not looking great here tonight through the day tomorrow. For Siskiyou County above 3,000 feet. This includes I-5 south of Weed, Highway 89, and also some of the higher terrain areas of Highway 3. Things will slowly improve tomorrow night into Wednesday. Here's a look at that winter weather advisory. Eastern Klamath into Lake County until 4 a.m. Wednesday. We'll see at least a few inches of snow, upwards of 3 to 6 inches expected tonight through tomorrow night for Quartz Mountain Pass, 4 to 8 inches over the Warners, and then also expecting at least a few inches up towards the Siskiyou Summit. The Cascades will also get some snow, but the bullseye will be in the Mount Shasta area for some significant snowfall tonight through tomorrow. You'll see here with Stormcast that snow becoming more widespread for Siskiyou County in the east side into tomorrow morning. Pretty damp around the region tomorrow on your Tuesday, and then things wind down as we head into Wednesday. Bit of a break in the action, some dry weather for Thursday and Friday this week. Your 7-day forecast looking like this. The chance for some showers along the coast, but for tomorrow, but tonight is mainly going to be the period of most rain that the coast sees. Dry weather expected Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Northern California, rain and snow. Some difficult to even dangerous travel above 3,000 feet, including the Mount Shasta area. After that, a bit of a break in the action for the rest of the week. The Klamath Basin, snowy tomorrow, but snow showers will wind down as we head through your Wednesday morning. Maybe a weak storm system on Saturday to bring parts of the region some rain and snow showers, but it looks fairly weak at this point. Snowy up in the mountains and heading through the Cascades and Siskiyous tomorrow. Some better travel weather later this week. And then in the Rogue Valley, showers likely tomorrow, mainly staying as rain down into the valleys, but we will be seeing some quieter weather, brighter skies as well, especially by Thursday, but those nights getting colder, likely getting down below freezing.
Thank you, Matt.